What if I told you that some debt makes you wealthy while other debt makes you poor? Everyone has opinions about debt. Some say never borrow, others finance everything. And most people get it catastrophically wrong. Not because they're financially illiterate, but because they don't understand the fundamental difference between debt that builds wealth and debt that destroys it. Borrowing money isn't inherently good or bad. It's a tool that can either multiply your wealth or bury you in financial quicksand. The wealthy use debt strategically to build empires. The broke use debt emotionally to fund lifestyles they can't afford. Today, you're going to learn the clear line between smart debt and stupid debt, and how to make debt work for you instead of against you. Let's start with why most people misunderstand debt completely. Problem 1. Debt is treated as binary. Financial gurus say all debt is bad, pay off everything. Meanwhile, corporations and wealthy individuals use debt strategically to build massive wealth. The truth is, some debt accelerates wealth, other debt destroys it. Problem 2. People borrow based on emotion, not math. They want the car, the vacation, the wedding, so they finance it. They ask, can I afford the payment, instead of, should I take on this debt? Monthly payment affordability and financial wisdom are completely different questions. Cultural messages are contradictory. Live debt-free versus leverage is how the rich get richer. No wonder people are confused. The shift is stop thinking about debt as good or bad. Start asking, does this debt make me money or cost me money? Here's the framework that changes everything. Smart debt, wealth building. Debt that finances assets that appreciate or generate income exceeding the cost of the debt. Examples: mortgage on primary residence, historically appreciates, builds equity versus rent. Rental property mortgage, tenants pay your loan, property appreciates. Student loans for high ROI degrees, engineering, medicine, tech, if it increases earning power substantially. Business loans that generate revenue, equipment that produces income, inventory that sells at profit. The test: will this debt help me make more money than it costs? Stupid debt, wealth destroying. Debt that finances depreciating assets or consumption that provides no financial return. Examples: car loans on new vehicles. The car loses 20% value immediately, and you're paying interest on a depreciating asset. Credit card debt for lifestyle spending, restaurants, clothes, vacations, paying 20+% interest on things that provide zero financial return. Personal loans for weddings, parties, or experiences. Memories are valuable, but paying interest on them for years isn't. Payday loans and high-interest consumer debt. Financial suicide, literally designed to trap you. Furniture financing, electronics on payment plans. You're paying interest on things losing value. The test: will this be worth less than I paid while I'm still making payments? The golden rule: if it goes up in value or makes you money, smart debt, maybe. If it goes down in value or just costs you money, stupid debt, definitely. Here's why the wealthy love smart debt. Leverage example. You have $100,000 cash. Two options. Option A, buy $100,000 rental property cash. Property appreciates 5% annually, $5,000 per year. Rental income, $8,000 per year after expenses. Total return, $13,000 on $100,000 equals 13% return. Option B, buy 5 $100,000 properties with 20% down, $20,000 each. Each property appreciates 5%, 5,000 times 5 equals $25,000 per year. Rental income after mortgage and expenses, $3,000 times 5 equals $15,000 per year. Total return, $40,000 on $100,000 equals 40% return. Same money, 3 times the returns. That's the power of smart leverage. Mortgage example. 30-year mortgage at 3.5% fixed on a home that appreciates 3% annually. Over time, your payment stays the same, inflation makes it feel cheaper each year. Home value increases, you're using the bank's money to own an appreciating asset, you build equity while maintaining liquidity. This is how middle-class people build wealth. The transformation. Smart debt lets you control more assets than you could afford to buy outright. This multiplies returns when those assets appreciate or generate income. But, and this is critical, it also multiplies losses if you use debt stupidly. Here are the clear rules. When to borrow smart debt. Rule 1. When the asset appreciates or generates income. Real estate, rental or primary residence, business investments that generate revenue, education that significantly increases earning potential. Rule 2. When the interest rate is lower than your investment returns. If you can borrow at 4% and invest at 8%, borrow and invest. This is arbitrage. The wealthy do this constantly. Rule 3. When you have a plan to pay it back. You're not hoping to afford it, you know you can. You have stable income or reliable cash flow from the investment itself. Rule 4. When you have an emergency fund. Never borrow for investments if you have no safety net. Smart leverage requires financial stability first. When to never borrow stupid debt. Rule 1. For anything that depreciates rapidly. New cars, electronics, furniture, luckily. If it loses 20+% of value immediately, don't finance it. Rule 2. For lifestyle or consumption, vacations, weddings, parties, restaurants. If you can't afford it with cash, you can't afford it, period. Rule 3. At high interest rates for non-productive purposes. Credit card debt at 20+% for shopping. Payday loans at absurd rates. Any loan where interest alone is crippling. Rule 4. When the payment strains your budget. If the payment stresses you financially, don't do it. You should comfortably afford it, or it's too much. Rule 5. For wants disguised as needs. You don't need a $50,000 car, you want it. You don't need the latest iPhone on a payment plan. Be brutally honest about needs versus wants. The decision framework. Before borrowing, ask these 3 questions. 1. Will this make me money or cost me money? 2. Can I afford this payment easily with room for emergencies? 3. Would a financially savvy person I respect make this decision? If the answers are cost me money, barely, and no, don't borrow.
Here's how to think about debt correctly. Shift 1. From can I afford the payment to should I take this debt? Payment affordability is a minimum bar, not the decision criteria. Just because you can make the payment doesn't mean you should take the debt. Ask, does this debt serve my financial future or just my immediate wants? Shift 2. From emotional decisions to mathematical decisions. Stupid debt is emotional. I want it now, I'll figure it out later. Smart debt is mathematical. The numbers work, this creates value, I have a clear plan. Remove emotion, run the numbers. Shift 3. From debt as normal to debt as strategic. Consumer culture normalizes debt for everything: cars, furniture, phones, vacations. This is designed to keep you paying interest forever. Flip the script. Debt should be rare and strategic, not constant and casual. Shift 4. From borrowing to consume to borrowing to produce. Poor people borrow to buy things. Wealthy people borrow to buy assets that produce income. One is a trap, the other is a strategy. The questions to ask: not can I afford this payment? Instead, will this debt make me wealthier or poorer in 5 years? Not everyone finances cars, why shouldn't I? Instead, would this be considered smart debt by someone I respect financially? Not I deserve this now. Instead, what's the total cost of this decision, including interest and opportunity cost? Here's the ultimate truth about debt. It's not inherently good or evil, it's a tool. A hammer can build a house or break a window. The tool isn't the problem, how you use it is. The fundamental rule: borrow to build wealth, Never borrow to fund consumption. If it appreciates or generates income, consider borrowing, if the math works.